What's up, you guys? Yo, sit down. We gotta talk. It looks like things might be over between Karisha and Diddy, but not for the reasons you think. Y'all, the streets are talking, and we gotta talk about what's going on with the fallout of Diddy. As you know, Cassie blew up his spot. The whole industry and sitting there on mute. But baby, thank God for the public, because nobody that is of sound mind or body can get over the horrendous things he does. And now people are digging through the receipts. So what does this have to do with Karisha? Y'all, listen. They are saying that Diddy has hired one of the best PR agencies. We are talking Olivia Pope level, because baby, he is a hustler and he is not going to let this slow him down, and he is trying to get away from it. To which I say, Diddy, good luck. You ain't never living this down, right? But the thing is, this agency is giving him a lot of advice. On top of that, people are saying that Diddy is depressed, to which I say we love to see it. But once again, the reason he's depressed, y'all, the monster scene, again, this is all alleged. But if everything Cassie says is true and what the streets are saying is true, y'all, the monster's depressed because he can't monster anymore. I know, that's what I said when I heard it, but y'all gotta listen to this one. All right, and then we're gonna talk about how this affects Karisha. And it's not Karisha dumping Diddy. If that's what you think, it is not Karisha dumping Diddy. Okay, here we go, right? First of all, you gotta think about what Diddy is facing, according to the people I know that are in PR and do this, right? All right, Cassie played that whole file. They called it a 4 or 5 page letter, right? And we're not disrespecting anything. If anything, now that Cassie has been compensated to her liking, it's fine. I know we're all praying for Cassie, but let me tell y'all something. Cassie was in that negotiation room. Cassie had Diddy by the short and hairies. Cassie got exactly what she wanted out of the situation. Again, I know she has to heal. I know she has trauma, but baby, there's people that Diddy preyed on that are literally still having to go work at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to her. But they said Cassie played that 4-page letter just right. She said more than enough, because she knew with the settlement, because she knew that after the settlement, she couldn't say anymore, but she said enough to probably let Diddy know, baby, I got my finger on the trigger and I ain't scared to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So where's Diddy at right now, and what does that have to do with Young Miami? Just let me walk you through this, because it makes sense. At this point, anyone that Diddy is with now basically will have to be a paid prostitute, because the whole world has their eyes wide open. Before all this stuff was going on, and again, I will say I made a video about it. There is a 2009 Lipstick Alley post that basically took Diddy down and corroborated everything that Cassie was saying and gave detail. And this, how long ago was 2009? I don't even know, 20, 30 years ago? Y'all know math isn't my strong point. So everybody's got their eyes wide open. Everybody is looking at him. Somebody asks, how do you go from ruling the world to not being able to have a freak off anymore? If you don't know what a freak off is, I did a live with a 35-page reading. Go ahead and check out the live or read it yourself, right? The articles online don't do it justice. You got to read that bad boy. But also, right? The freak also were basically, he was having some eyes wide shut. There was every illicit substance. You had to have white fingernails, wear a mask. It was crazy. And it had to be filmed. And some people, 50 blew up a spot saying, baby, it might have been live stream, right? Anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. So here's the thing. They're saying this. How do you go from ruling the world to not being able to have a freak off anymore? They think that Puffy has to be depressed. Not because people know, but because he can't move like he wants to anymore. His superpower has been stripped away. Y'all, don't say civil suits don't work. Cassie did everything she needed to do, right? Think about it. Cassie saw none of her 20s and has spent her 30s relearning how to be a part of society sober. Again, you can say that her husband saved her. allegedly, Diddy might have had her deleted in a hotel room and announcing to the world that she had a substance abuse problem that she hid from everyone. Let's be real. Let's be real. You guys, listen. Again. What does this have to do with Young Miami? Well, think about it. His superpower's been stripped away. He needs to build back up. 100%. Diddy is a hustler. He's an entrepreneur. You know he's mad about losing that money. He's mad about losing that clout. He's mad that Naomi Campbell's deleted pictures of his 54th birthday off of her stream. Janet Jackson is like, what? Everybody is turning their back. Chirac, all this stuff. Oddly enough, I guess a lot of high-powered people knew this was coming down the line because remember when Warner Brothers sent Diddy a cease and desist for him to say he couldn't dress up as Joker again for Halloween? I ain't never seen that happen. I remember it happened. I'm like, that is so weird that actual Warner Brothers, the company, would tell you you are not allowed to associate yourself with the Joker anymore. Oddly enough, didn't the Joker, wasn't he sick and didn't he just like torture Harley Quinn and all that other stuff and make her go crazy? Maybe more people knew this was coming down the line than we thought. All right, so back to what I was saying. He's been stripped of his superpower. He has eyes on him, okay? What does he need to do right now? He needs to clean up his image. He needs a wholesome image. He needs to do big damage control. This is what all his Olivia Pope PR people are saying is telling him. All right? He needs to dig deep into the Family Man mess, but now there's all this stuff going on about Kim Porter. So he can't really dig into the Family Man mess. By the way, I will be going live later on today because I think I got something about that. Join me if you want to have a chat session, right? So he's already facing that mess from Kim Porter. So even his kids being around him, it's not necessarily a good look because now instead of being like, oh, he's a family man. Look at him taking his girls to school. Everybody's going to be checking to see if his kids got white nail polish on. Everybody's looking at him as a monster. If he goes and tries to do that daddy stuff with Karisha's kids, everybody's looking at him like there's something wrong with that mofo. Don't be having him around your children. And that creates more. But think about Diddy and Karisha's brand. What is their brand? Wild, young, at least Karisha is, and free. Her Karisha Please is a whole show that glorifies everything freaky. This woman is on tape being like she like golden sprinkle me, right? And I'm not saying, listen, do you, this is no shade to Karisha, but this is about being real and the way that the PR people are basically saying she gotta go. She gotta go. What's done in the dark has come to light. She gotta go. It's not good for your image because this is the image. Oh, remember how Cassie said he plied me with copious amounts of alcohol? It's all in that report. But what is Karisha and Diddy's brand together? They getting lit off of De Leon, right? Millie rocking into the night. It's party. They started something called F It Fridays. F It Fridays. Cassie said those freak-offs happen once a week. Did they happen on Friday? Is that the magic number? I'm being serious. Again, I'm not implying that Karisha is involved in anything at all untoward. I'm saying from a public relations point, what they are looking at and when they're just like, you basically need to attach yourself to angels up in heaven. Oh, no angels will talk to you? Diddy? All right, well then you need to get some of those demons down to hell to dress up as angels. Now, some people did say that with the PR thing, they considered, what does every black male celebrity do that's caught up in some mess? Look at Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. What do? Oh, yes, black love. It's always when you get caught, when you out there, that you up on some like black love mess, right? Okay. But the thing is, even if they were to say, you know what, maybe that's what we can do. And we can try to get black women to rally around you and be like, oh my God, Cassie was his preference and look at the way he did. And, create that division they do, right? Nope. Because Cassie has been embraced by the black community. I'll tell you the truth. I thought Cassie was half black, half Latina. But she's unproblematic. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, that ain't going to work. Because Cassie, we feel like she's one of the group. But even if you embrace Miami is like, I'm going to marry this woman. She's changed my life. It's too late. They don't got time to edit they don't have time to edit two people's images. They don't have time to rehab two people's images because the whole point of Young Miami's whole thing that Diddy built up, freaky, free, yeah, get that, blah, 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 blah. I always loved Young Miami from City Girls, but City Girls was never on the mess that Puffy, had it on. Do you see what I'm saying? So they're just like, Young Miami, you can't be seen with her because people associate the freaky. People associate, yeah, I get it how I live it. Count the MF in digits, right? Shut up, let me have my fun. Anyway, right? But honestly, I think there is some weight to this. Karisha, again, what happened yesterday when she knows all eyes are on her? She's posting Friendsgiving. She put her cute, adorable kids on her Instagram feed, and she showed them having a family day with her and her girlfriend taking all their kids out to see, I think, the Miami Dolphins or whatnot. Cute. And I know Carisha always went between being a mom and being a sex symbol. This ain't nothing to do with Carisha. This is the fact of, even if Carisha decided to say, and it sounds like she gonna stick with them, right? Her brand was tied so tightly to a sinking ship that now that she's smart, she will scurry away. But even if she doesn't, Diddy has to do an image rehab. You can't be next to someone that's talking about, I like gold in this, I like gold in that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but now it's going to remind people, Diddy, ew, you're a psych. It's going to remind people. Y'all, this is bad news for Karisha. Literally. And again, daily on liquor, that's about to go in the garbage. And Karisha, honestly, her brand, why would you even tie yourself to that? The whole the Karisha game where it's just talk about freaky stuff and doing freaky stuff, right? The whole line is sex, sex, sex. And Diddy is deviant. Deviant think typically doesn't go over with, right? Typically doesn't go over with American audiences. Now do you see why this is bad news for Karisha? Now do you see why it's not her choice? Now do you see, and let's be real, right? Let's be real. Even if Diddy cared about her enough and loved her enough that he was going to stick beside her, he can't anymore. There were talks, before this even hit, there weren't even talks of Diddy and Karisha being married. They didn't even say that they go together. Literally, oh yeah, that's my buddy. Now you got this guy, everybody's searching through to see if you, Santana, or your whole crew had white fingernails. Again, nobody can even stand next to Diddy with white fingernails. But again, he's going with these Olivia Pope agencies, and they are telling him he may be able to come back. I don't know if that's true or not, because these agencies just be trying to take the money. But, you weigh like you pay. You pay like you weigh, and I don't know, Olivia Pope became an icon for a reason. But honestly, there's no room in Diddy now that he's been exposed, on top of him being depressed because he doesn't have the power. He's been humbled. Every single time in Cassie's complaint that he felt powerless, or someone did, or even when he was dressed up as, remember that guy from Power? When Diddy was dressed up as the Joker last Halloween, the guy from Power didn't recognize who he was, and Diddy started spazzing out on him like he wanted to fight. Every single time Diddy feels disrespected, every single time he feels like he's not honored, every single time he feels like he's not the boss, those hands get to swinging, they get to windmilling, the foot gets to stomping. So, is it even safe for Karisha to be around him right now? Is it? If Diddy thinks this mess is blowing over, he got nothing coming. But apparently he's hired a big PR firm, Olivia Pope style. So even Diddy doesn't think this mess is blowing over. But what y'all think? Do y'all think, and I want y'all to know honestly, right? Do you honestly think that he is going to distance himself for Karisha? Because at the end of the day, he's the bad look, but because he's so selfish, he is going to cut ties with her and try to get a white Hollywood actress, or he's probably going to try to build a village in Africa, or give out some turkeys for Thanksgiving, or literally make some stuff about but I'm sure with the settlement, he can't make any more songs about Cassie or even this issue. Cassie had a really good lawyer. I'm sure they hemmed him up on that. Think about it. Diddy right now is hot potato. While there might be other people that are involved with it, and Aubrey O'Day did say that she's naming names for execs. Forget what Cassie did. She's naming names for what's going on. But think about it. Right now, he is hot potato. Half the mofos are staying silent because they probably participated. Everybody's waiting to see where this is, but the public is not letting it go. And now that people are pulling receipts, you now see that if what Cassie can say can be believed, some deviant was just running amok for over a decade, wreaking havoc on every Paul, Tom, Bob, Sarah, Shaquisha, Tamika, Patty, and Leslie. Right? Y'all, listen, this is a mess. I actually do feel sorry for Karisha, and not in the way like I'm showing pity, but in the fact that she tied her brand so closely to Diddy, the Freakum Fridays, the Revolt TV, Karisha Please, sex, acts the freakiest, do this, do that, the De Leon, everything that was exposed in Cassie's lawsuit. But at the end of the day, if Diddy does cut ties with her, and Diddy is selfish. Diddy is calculated. You saw the way he treated Cassie. He don't give a care about anybody but himself. But think about this, right? Rejection is protection. Because even though Karisha said she's safe and this and that, and you got the wrong B, blah, 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 right? At the end of the day, didn't Cassie say that the crazy mess started 2 years into them dating? And our Karisha and Diddy coming up on their 2-year anniversary. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but sometimes rejection is protection. You got to take all the Lord's blessings as they come and as they are. When one door opens, another one shall close. Or when one door closes, another one shall open. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think. Do you believe this? I do. I think Diddy is just so selfish and into making money. I even think that's the reason he got with Karisha. Because Karisha and the City Girls were the hottest thing out there. And it made him relevant. Don't forget, Diddy is in his 60s. It made him relevant to 20-something-year-olds. Again, yeah, he got money, but Karisha 100% bought the relevancy. Y'all, listen, again, anyone that's thinking about attaching himself to Diddy or herself to Diddy, don't do it. Don't do it. It's fruits of a poison tree. Also, please, if nobody wear white nail polish around Diddy. If you are wearing white nail polish and Diddy's around, you better run in the other direction. Because at this point, maybe you know what it is and you know what we thinking. Y'all, listen, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm laughing at the monster being sad that he can't be a monster anymore and feeling powerless. But honestly, if I was Karisha, she better find a replacement right now. But Karisha young, fine. She got a good personality, all this other stuff. She'll be okay. But Diddy, let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget, I will be going live later on today where we can chop it up. And I'll even let y'all call in if y'all want. But make sure. Listen, I'll let you call in. Y'all can act bad on the call in. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.